On the first day I was brought back home as the real daughter, I overheard a maid talking bad about me behind my back. What she never imagined was that she would soon suffer because of that sentence. I walked up and reminded her, "Talking bad about others will make you spit lemons." I warned her not to do it again next time, but she did not take my words seriously at all. She even continued mocking me after I left the next second. She felt something stuck in her throat. Then countless lemons poured out of her mouth, because since childhood I have had a special ability where my words come true. Anyone who dares to provoke me will suffer retribution. After I returned home, I was quickly welcomed warmly by my biological parents. But at that moment, I had no idea this was all just an act. The real reason they brought me back was to have me replace the adopted daughter and marry the richest man's paralyzed vegetative son, although they hid it well. My brother looked down on me from the moment I stepped inside. He thought a girl from the countryside like me did not deserve to enter their home. This made me feel extremely uncomfortable the moment I got angry. The antique vase in the house suddenly fell off the table by itself. This scene instantly frightened everyone. The adopted daughter, of course, seized the opportunity. She immediately said this was mother's favorite vase and questioned why it shattered the moment I came home. Her words successfully planted suspicion in our parents' minds. The way they looked at me turned cold. Hearing the provocation in her tone, I subconsciously clenched my fists. My emotions began to spiral out of control. At this moment, the butler who brought me home suddenly remembered that I had said in the car that anyone who upset me would face retribution. Right then, a strange wind suddenly swept through the room. Everything on the table began shaking violently. Realizing I was about to erupt, the butler rushed forward to stop me. He asked with concern if I was tired from the trip, and said he would take me upstairs to rest right away. He also said my parents had prepared many gifts to welcome me back. The moment I heard there were gifts, all my unhappiness vanished instantly. I immediately ran upstairs to see them. After I left, the butler finally let out a long sigh of relief, but my mother looked at me, as if she were looking at a fool. She immediately asked the butler if he noticed anything strange on the way back with me. The butler told her the entire village was strange. When the villagers heard I was leaving to find my real parents, they all cried and could not bear to see me go. But the moment I got in the car, they instantly changed their expressions, smiling with uncontrollable joy. But my parents did not take these words seriously at all. They did not care what I had experienced in the countryside, as long as I could successfully replace the bride, and not let the richest man discover that I was mentally unstable. And I knew nothing about this. When I arrived on the second floor, I did not realize I had entered the wrong room. I thought the adopted daughter's bedroom was prepared for me, especially when I saw the room filled with precious gifts I had never seen before. All my earlier grievances disappeared at once, but I had not been happy for long before I noticed something was wrong. If this was my room, why were photos of the adopted daughter hanging on the wall? So I directly took the photo down and placed it on the floor, then happily started picking out clothes. Soon my parents heard the noise. When they entered the room, they saw I had made a complete mess of the adopted daughter's bedroom. She angrily questioned what I was doing. My mother quickly explained that this was the adopted daughter's room, and that my room was next door. She said the adopted daughter had lived here for more than 10 years, and the room next door had just been newly renovated for me. If I did not